The Unfortunate Adventures of Bob and His Misbehaving GPS. Once upon a time, in the small town of Quirky, there lived a man named Bob. Bob was an ordinary guy with an extraordinary knack for finding himself in bizarre situations. Little did he know that his life was about to take a turn for the even more peculiar. One sunny morning, Bob embarked on a road trip to visit his long-lost cousin in a neighboring city. Determined to make the journey as smooth as possible, he relied on his trusty GPS system. Little did he know that this would be the beginning of his misadventures. As Bob set off on his journey, he noticed something strange. His GPS, which he affectionately named Gertie, seemed to have a mind of her own. She would instruct him to turn left when he clearly needed to go right. She would announce non-existent roads, leading him down dead ends and back onto the same road he had just left. Bob's frustration grew with each passing mile. He tried everything, from resetting Gertie to shouting at her in exasperation, but she remained as obstinate as ever. Bob found himself in the most peculiar situations because of her faulty directions. On one occasion, Gertie led Bob to a remote farm in the middle of nowhere, insisting it was his cousin's house. Bob awkwardly knocked on the door, only to be greeted by a bewildered farmer who had no idea who Bob was or why he was standing on his porch. Bob sheepishly apologized and hastily retreated, feeling like a fool. In another instance, Gertie directed Bob onto a highway filled with construction. Bob found himself driving through a maze of orange cones and confused construction workers. He managed to navigate his way out, but not before accidentally knocking over a stack of traffic cones and causing a minor commotion. As Bob's journey continued, his misadventures became legendary in his own mind. He would share stories of his encounters with Gertie at family gatherings, leaving his relatives in stitches of laughter. They couldn't believe the bizarre predicaments Bob found himself in, all thanks to his misbehaving GPS. Despite the frustrations and hilarious mishaps, Bob's spirit remained unbroken. He embraced the chaos and even grew fond of Gertie, seeing her as a mischievous companion rather than a reliable navigation device. They became an inseparable duo, conquering the roads together with a healthy dose of laughter. In the end, Bob finally arrived at his cousin's house, albeit a little later than planned. He shared his wild journey with his cousin, who couldn't stop laughing at his misfortunes. The two spent the evening swapping funny stories and creating memories that would be cherished for years to come. And so, the legend of Bob and his misbehaving GPS, Gertie, lived on. It became a cautionary tale for anyone relying too heavily on technology, reminding them to embrace the unexpected and find joy in the quirks of life's unpredictable adventures.